Alright, I want to talk a little bit about what to look for when you're buying a guitar, especially a used guitar, because you don't know if what's being advertised is actually what you're getting. But I want to talk about three things. First thing is the body of the guitar, some things you can look for there, the neck, and then also the frets on the guitar. They're good indicators of if the guitar has been taken care of or not. So first thing is the body, and the first thing you can look for is just if there's any obvious scratches or dents or anything like that. You want to just give it a good look over and make sure it's in good shape. Now, scratches are not really going to hurt the sound of the guitar unless you just don't like the way scratches look. But if you look real close on this one, it's got quite a few scratches on the bottom. It doesn't really affect the sound all that much. The one thing you do want to look for is you want to make sure that the different pieces are together, that there's not any open seams, that the seams are all closed, because they're just glued together. So if a guitar hasn't been taken care of, if it's been left out in the heat a lot or in the cold, sometimes that glue will start to come undone and the seams will start to come apart. I actually have an old guitar of mine where the top was starting to separate from the side on this corner right here. So look on all the seams and make sure those are in good shape. You want to look at the bridge. There's some guitars, if they haven't been taking care of their bridge, will actually start to pop up from the body of the guitar. And to be careful about that. Also the neck, make sure it's attached well to the guitar. Then another thing that's important to know if you're getting a good price or not is determining whether it has a solid top or not. And what that means is determining whether this top piece of wood is one piece of wood or whether it's several pieces laminated together. That'd be called a laminated top. Now, there's kind of three different tiers of guitars. The cheaper end guitars are going to have laminated back, sides, and top. They're all laminated. And the laminated woods is just a cheaper wood that they've glued several pieces together. And it's cheaper to make them that way because you don't have to find high quality pieces of wood to make your guitar. Since they got that glue in there, they don't sustain as well. They don't have as much low end response, so they're just not going to sound as good overall. So if there's something that's laminated, all laminated wood, then you can ask the person that's selling it if it's a solid top, back and sides, or if some of it's laminated. This particular guitar is a solid top, but the back and sides are laminated. So that's the first class, is where they're all laminated. The second class of guitar would be like this one, where you got the solid top, laminated back and side. And then the most expensive guitars are going to have all solid woods. And you can't really tell on the back and sides whether it's solid woods or not. That's going to be more just listening to how the guitar sounds. And it's kind of hit and miss with that, but you can tell on the top of the guitar. Because you can look at the sound hole and you can see if the wood grain, you can see the lines in the wood grain, you can see if they wrap around. You can look on the inside of the sound hole right here and I can see the wood grains going down. If this was a laminated top, you would be able to see that there's several pieces of wood there. So that's how I know this is a little bit better quality. This is kind of a mid-range guitar, maybe between $300 and $700 or $800 in that area. Anywhere below that is probably all laminated wood, and then anything above 800 up to 1,000 and on above that is probably going to be all solid woods. So that's the first thing you can look for when you're buying a guitar. Determining, if all the seams are together, the bridge is not coming up, the neck is attached, everything looks like it should, and whether it's a solid top or not. And then, you can always look on the inside and look at the bracing and make sure that's in good shape as well. So that's looking at the body of the guitar. Okay, go ahead and move on to the next video. In part 2, we're going to talk about the neck of the guitar and what to look for in that.